Hello everybody, thanks for joining us on Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway. We're trying out a new restaurant Miss Marie and I saw it the other day. It's called the Hippie Bbq and Grill, located in the same place that the Monster Burger used to be in. I don't know anything about it, gonna give it a try. This is the menu, by the way. Everything is very much the 60s here. That's the motif in the restaurant. It's very clean, so there's nothing I have question about. And if you want, you could still the frame. Miss Marie, if you could turn it over. She's got the menu in her hands there. And as you can see, they've got pretty much all the stuff you guys like. You know, the pulled pork. They've got ribs. They've got combos, they've got burgers, they have dessert. There's your sides, if you're looking for where your sides are. The burgers. I'm going to be trying a burger today. They do have chicken here, by the way. And this is called the Hippie Bbq. So we're going to tell you how it is and what you think of it in just a moment. So here's a look on the inside. Now we're in between lunch and dinner, so there's not many people here. But that's the way we like it. We don't like crowds. But there are some people over there eating. And then you see all the psychedelic, pretty much my youth. That's what I used to do in my room. That stuff. I can remember that. And they have, they got a couple of TVs here, 3-4 TVs. They have a little gaming area over there. Plenty of seating. Oh, there's a TV right by us, right over our head, right here. I got to keep either talking or stopping because the music they're playing is definitely copywritten. That for sure is copywritten. But it looks really clean. We'll see how it is. I can't wait to try the food and can't wait to try and share it with you. Let you know if it's worth it. Stick around. And there's Miss Marie. Hello, Miss Marie. You're not looking at me. What are you looking at? You're looking at the food, aren't you? It looks good. Should I show the people the food? Should I even bother showing them the food? Do you think they really want to look at the food?
It intrigues me.
This is the starter, not the entree, the hors d'oeuvres to this. And they have a pretty nice selection of hors d'oeuvres, or starters they call them. But this is the nacho platter, the psychedelic nacho platter. And this one, you have your choice of brisket or pulled pork. We got the pulled pork. And I got to keep talking, of course, because the music is copywritten. But I'm telling you, it looks pretty good. Doesn't it, Miss Marie? It's got a lot of cheese, barbecue sauce, of course, sour cream, and the chips. And definitely one platter is good for 2 to 3 people, maybe even more, because you can't see the perspective. There's my hand, okay, on the table. Look at the size of that. That's pretty big. You know, you go to some places, they give you like a little tray and there's nothing on it. This would fill you up right here, I'm sure of it. So check it out. The Hippie Bbq, brand new, only opened December 3rd in Sevierville, across the street from Sakura. Okay, I'm going to check out these nachos, because I always promise you I'm going to show you that. Look how nice that looks. That's the pulled pork. Plenty of cheese on it. Very nice. First bite was good. First bite was definitely tasty. I like the barbecue sauce, I like the beans, and the cheese. Not really, that's not cheddar, so I'd have to ask the girl.
Something different.
Definitely different. But so far tasty. And please believe me when I say this. That tray is big enough for 2 to 3 people. I mean, right there would be a meal. If you're coming in, they do serve beer. I don't see alcohol, but they do serve beer. And if you want to come in, just get a snack. You know, if you're on a date. Goodness gracious, look at that. Look how that just came out. dipped in and that whole thing just came up. That was amazing. That is tasty. Don't you agree?
I think this is mild.
I think it's a mild sauce that it comes with, but if you want, because they asked us twice, if you want mild, medium, or hot on our food, which you'll see in a moment. All right, Miss Marie, what do you think? Give your opinion. Really, you are a picky eater.
It's good.
I like the fact that they add the different beans in this. That's very unusual for a nacho type deal. And the cheese, excellent.
I like it. They added sour cream in it.
They give you a big dollop of sour cream. Plenty of meat, plenty of chips, plenty of sauce. Truly a meal in itself. Miss Marie and I were just talking. Look at that. Oops. Look at that. That's a normal, every one I pick up comes out like that. We were just talking like you get off of work.
Yeah, when you get off work, it's one of the places that you can stop by and grab a beer.
Or an iced tea.
Or an iced tea.
Whatever. Plenty of room.
But definitely a beer, you know. People that like to drink.
What's interesting, you can fit a couple hundred people in here for sure. Easily. There's booths over there, and people are starting to come in, by the way. Or just like in between that. And they got TVs all over, so I'm sure they have games on. But plenty of room. I'm sure if you want to have a party, you could talk to them about renting it for a party. There's the bar right over there. And now there's no hard liquor. Now that may be coming in the future. Right now, that's all I could see is a beer bar. And regular drinks, iced tea, sweet tea, and that type of stuff. I'm sure they have the standard drinks that you get. And then a game area that you can go play and party with your friends right over there. Hippie Bbq in Sevierville. Now, one thing I noticed that's a little bit different than other places that do nachos. There's clearly, just saw the red onions, which rarely do you find, and there's a nice bite to it. I like red onions, so does Miss Marie. We got the red onions, and there you can see the beans. Can you see them? Now, when was the last time you saw nachos with beans, red onions, and scallions? And I'm trying to look at what else. The cheese. I still haven't found out the cheese is. What do you think that cheese is?
It looks to me like cheddar.
Like a cheddar? Okay. Or it could be what's that other one? Jack.
Pepper jack?
Pepper jack. I don't know. I'm going to find out. But it has a really, really nice flavor to it. I can recommend the nacho so far. But if you happen to like the sounds of the 70s, the 60s, and the 70s, this is the place. It's just non-stop, not too loud. It's not annoying, but it's the sounds of the 60s and the 70s, which will really bring you back to the hippie days. Check it out, the Hippie Bbq. It's terrific. There's Miss Marie's Cobb salad. No, that's a brisket Cobb salad. And that brisket looks tender. We need the Joshy to see a little approval on this.
I love the tomatoes already.
And the onions. Look, the red onion. That's a must for Miss Marie's. Tomatoes and red onions. And that you don't find in every restaurant. Nice, good size. Here's Miss Marie. There, and look at
how they
big salad, isn't it?
I love the presentation.
Really good presentation. Whoever's doing it knows how to make and put together a salad. So we're going to find out. Oh, by the way, you get different sauces. All these different ones you can use. And you can ask for different stuff. They have no problem giving it to you. And then I got the psychedelic burger. This is a big, nice, look how thick this burger is. That's not just a little tiny burger. I switched. Oh, that's a brioche. Their burgers are served with brioche buns, not your standard hamburger bun. So that's why you can push into it and it kind of stays. and they got their French fries and their onion rings. And this is called the Psychedelic Burger at the Hippie Bbq in Sevierville. And Miss Marie's Cobb salad. We'll let you know how it tastes in just a moment. And of course, I'm playing music from the 60s and 70s, which I happen to like. You can kind of get an idea of the thick onions are falling right out of this thing. That's how big it is. Look at that burger, just sliding off the thing. Psychedelic burger. Check it out. Look at that. That's a nice burger. And it's not glaring as some of the restaurants. It's just unbelievably loud. You can't enjoy it.
I like the atmosphere because you will enjoy your meal.
Yeah. It's settling. People aren't too noisy. Now, if you're a lot younger, you probably don't like it because you won't even know this music. You won't even have a clue about this music. But for us oldies, or geezers, we like it.
If you want a peace and quiet,
Right?
and just listen to the music and just want to have a downtime after work
A little
or
unwinding.
maybe you're bored.
Just want to get out of the house for a little while. Located right across the street from Sakura in Sevierville. Check it out. All right, Ms. Marie, you full? Yeah. That was a big salad. She hasn't even gotten halfway. Excuse me. I left half a burger. It was so filling and so big. Oh man. Look at that. Onion rings, the French fries, brioche bun, which is really unusual for any of the restaurants here serving anything on brioche. But everything was very tasty. And yes, they do have, Josh would be glad about this, have local beer here. There's 3 kinds. 2 that are on the tap right now and 1 more coming in. And then of course they have your standard brews that you would get, you know, your Buds and your Heinekens and things like that. But if you want local beer, this is the place to come, the Hippie Bbq in Sevierville.
I feel at home now.
I do, I actually feel it. Getting a tour.
Okay.
Is there nobody in there?
No, there's a whole other door too. See?
Okay.
And our sunflowers right here.
Let me see this. This is a ladies' bathroom. Look at this piece. All hand painted, is that correct?
It is all hand painted by our owner's daughter.
It is a trip back to the 60s for sure. What did you think of that? Because you're even wearing your tie-dye.
Oh, I love it. I wish I could have went to Woodstock. I do. I really do.
I was just too young to go to Woodstock. By 1 year, I couldn't go. I was 11.
Oh, wow.
And you couldn't go. You had to be 12 or older.
Oh, okay. We had him in here earlier. He was telling me all about it.
Oh, how
He's
cool
from
it
that
must
era.
have been. Yeah, I am from the era, but missed that party.
He said it was a thing to see. You had to experience
It wasn't the first of its kind ever. And, you know, try to reproduce it for many, many years. You can't. The first is the first. Everything else is after.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what we talked
And
about.
the men's room was
Nothing
playing,
else.
you said.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We haven't got y'all set up yet, but we're going to. Okay?
A little by
It's
little.
very lovely and clean, I promise.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And you got all these cool things. Walk me over here. These are all the typical hippie curtains of its day.
It is.
I could remember this
Got
in
them
my
over
place.
Here,
They're all over.
everywhere.
Look at that.
We're
The
gonna
happy
have this
people.
wall done.
Could look like a hippie pad for sure.
Yes. Even our fish have tie dye behind them. We have hippie fish, and they're different colors.
Oh, they have to be. It was the psychedelic era. So now your days are open 7 days a week,
We are. Yes.
open from 11 to around 10.
To 11, 10 or 11 at night, just depends on
Weekends,
business, how we-
maybe a little bit later.
Later, yes, definitely later.
And your address is? Okay, I've tried to. I know it because Sakura is right across the street.
Okay.
And we're big fans of Sakura, and they are of ours. So right across the street. What's the main store over here? TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx.
So if you know where TJ Maxx is in Sevierville, right here at the
Popeyes.
end.
Yep.
And Popeyes. Nah, we don't want Popeyes.
I know, but you know,
You got nice food. I love the wood look. Everything is very clean.
everything got redone from the Monster Mash. Someone come in and redid all the woodwork.
And it looks good. It looks so much
Thank
better.
you, and the floor got redone. Everything.
Yeah, I noticed everything
We're
is
in a
completely
process
done.
Of gonna get cushions and everything for here.
And you've only been here since December 3rd. Right. So, I
December
mean,
3rd.
you just opened up.
We did.
I
And
love it.
Our sign, and then we have another piece of our sign coming, which is a big old peace sign, and it's tie-dye.
Perfect.
Yep. So you'll be able to see us from that side and this side.
Appropriate for this play.
It is.
And your name is?
Olivia.
Olivia. Who's that?
Allie.
Allie, Olivia, at the Hippie Bbq.
And grill.
And grill. And and has local beers.
Yes.
Very important.
Very.
And soon have a liquor
Busch
bar.
Light. You can't beat it.
No,
And we
no.
got the games on.
Yeah, you got. I'm going to walk over there
From
now.
soccer to football to hockey to baseball to
Plenty of
UFC.
TVs.
Yes. Put on the news or Rudolph for you if you want right now.
Okay. Thanks. Now this will be where the bar is, where you'll be able to. You sit. It's a little more personal. You sit here with your beer. The music is right overhead. I have to talk about that. Make sure I have height. And here's where the bar is. Remember that if you were here before. And this will be loaded up. There's your local beers up there. Then you come around here. They have games for you. And of course the hot stuff, you know, the claw. You gotta have the claw. And this is Throwdown. And then the Fast and the Furious game. And then there's these little more personal, quiet little tables that you could just sit at, kind of hang around, be with your friends here at the Hippie Bar and Grill. I think you're going to like it. I really do.